I can't think of the last time I moved a snow map from like 3 to 5 inches to now 12 to 16 inches on the island. That just gives you an idea of the fluidity of this storm, where I think every day or every hour it has a different kind of feel to it. I think we've now nailed this, and I think we now have to address the idea this is going to be a coastal bomb that is going to produce easily a foot of snow out in Long Island. Does that start to pivot back into the city? That becomes the $64,000 question we have to answer through the course of this day. It's a blizzard warning, the first time in nearly a decade for New York City, the island, down towards Monmouth and Ocean County. It's been a minute since we had to entertain the idea of not only snow, and I had a lot of questions on X about this. Why is this a blizzard? Why is it a winter storm here? It's because of the wind aspect. That's going to knock visibility down to zero. You're going to have winds at around 50 miles per hour across Suffolk County, and yes, that's going to cause blowing and drifting snow. That's your dangerous element to the storm as we move into Sunday. The system is a very weakened low. In fact, it's two lows sitting across the Midwest. This is very important today. If these do not tie together and merge, there is no storm. So that's what we'll be watching. But right now, the confidence level is getting higher and higher and higher that this will phase into an East Coast major blizzard as we go into Sunday night. Enjoy today. I don't want to overstep the fact it is going to be a pretty day. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, getting close to 50 degrees, especially from the city on south. But everything starts to move in by Sunday morning, and I think it's a very wet snow. It may snow all day on Sunday and not accumulate. However, once the coastal starts to engage, that's when you start to wrap your winds out of the Adirondacks and Berkshires, and that's a cold wind source. So we get our temperatures down to 32 degrees, below that to the north and west, and then everybody's well below the freezing mark. 10 o'clock, that's Sunday. Pix 11 News at 10 is going to be wild. We'll be tracking probably thunder snow across the island down towards the Jersey Shore, and then eventually this starts to limp off the coast by, say, Monday morning when we're back on the newscast for the Pix 11 Morning News. So this is a long duration storm, starts Sunday morning, goes right until Monday morning. Why is this a blizzard? There's your winds. We didn't have the winds the last storm, by the way. 40 to 50 to 60 miles per hour across the island. I think we could loop that back through Sandy Hook Bay down towards La Valette. So that's why we have Monmouth and Ocean counties involved in this. It's a 12 to 16 inch snowfall. I think for the coastal areas, you're going to hang into the intense snow rates for a longer duration. That's why we're keeping it much higher to the south and to the east of the city. The city, you may split around, say, Queens and down towards Brooklyn. East of that might get 12 inches, and then you may get 8 inches into Central Park. That's why it drops off the further north and west you go, and then lesser amounts, 4 to 8 inches as you get over extreme northern New Jersey back up into the Hudson Valley. So that's how we see it right now, but it is going to be one heck of a storm. It's been a while since we got into this type of snow action. 47 degrees in town. Enjoy it. Every ounce of that ray of sun. 35 degrees, clouds, rain and snow by dawn, and of course there's your weather alert days. And the good news, John Muller, is that this is not a storm where we're like 10 degrees for several days. There's going to be a lot of melting and thawing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it's not the same kind of storm as we dealt with last time.
Get it in, get it out. That would be good. All right, Mike, thank you.